It's day 4, PDAC 2025, and this has been the most explosive year that I have ever attended PDAC for volume of attendees, for the excitement and optimism for the market, and of course for the geopolitical issues coming from Trump. Today I have Frank Basa from Coniagas Battery Metals. How are you today?
Wonderful, Tracy. Oh, it's a pleasure to be here with you.
Frank, I'm so excited to talk to you because Jack Lipton keeps saying, look to Canada, we can solve your problems.
Yeah.
And I was reviewing your news over the last year. It sounds to me like you're a great place to start, Coniagas Battery Metals.
Yeah.
So how about you give our audience a bit of an overview?
Basically, we're in what I call elephant country. The area is known for finding some unbelievable deposits. Our next door neighbor, who's changed her name right now, but Power Nickel had a phenomenal discoveries. We're fairly close to them. Some of our earlier drill holes are something comparable, and we just did a little bit of drilling. But basically, it's cobalt, not cobalt, I would say more copper, nickel, cobalt. There's some platinum group elements over quite a wide width. They're over 1%. Some of the stuff is double digit. So we plan to start a drill program this year. We've been pretty good with the original drill program. This was also one of those things we picked up, had it into one of our other companies. And then after we did about 16,000 meters of drilling, spent about $6 million looking around with geophysics, and we're fairly lucky. We found some pretty good width, and we're looking at it as basically a copper nickel type of deposit, a very large one. It's called the Graal deposit, Graal. It's the shape of the deposit. We didn't hit it yet. We didn't target it yet. All we're doing is a shallow drilling around the deposit. It's about 6 kilometers long. So we're just going to focus on a small part of that with our current proposed drill program, and then once we have a certain degree of confidence, we'll start doing the deep holes. But that whole area, historically, basically as the deeper you go, the better the grades. And Quebec, you know what, really, really friendly to resource development companies.
I was having dinner last night with Pear Tree, and they were actually talking about how Quebec is the #1 place in the world for mining-friendly business and doing business.
Oh, they're positive. Like you pick up the phone, you know what, you talk to a person and, says, how can we help? What can we do for you? And Investment Quebec is another group, and they're unbelievable. I do presentations in England and New York, and who shows up? Investment Quebec, They're way out of their province or out of their box, but, they're super supportive, really wonderful people.
So if you don't mind, I'm going to break up some of the criticals that you actually have coverage with because we're just so interested. So for instance, your nickel deposit is right next to the Power Nickel deposit, close to it?
I wouldn't say close. It's not a closology play, but the area is known for these super high-grade copper, nickel, copper deposits. You're in the right country. It's not like being on the Cadillac break where all the gold mines are on the break, but anywhere in that area, you'll find something massive. It's not known for little deposits. And, you mentioned Power Nickel did a phenomenal job, really good defined drill program, unbelievable grades. And basically, it's a base metal deposit, massive base metal deposit. That's what it is.
Well, I mentioned that because, Terry Lynch was here yesterday and he was giving us all of this excellent advice surrounding nickel, but also everyone's been talking to us about copper, and you have copper as well. Can you talk to us a little bit about your copper deposits?
Well, it's all in the same deposit, but it's depending which hole. It kind of varies. Some of them are higher copper than nickel, then other ones are higher nickel than copper. So we kind of create what we call a copper equivalent or nickel equivalent, so you can look at it both ways. But regardless how you look at it, the grades are unbelievable over extremely wide widths. So it's one of those deposits that's easy to mine, near surface. All we did was shallow drilling. So in other words, if you want to open pit it, you can open pit it. But I think the real value, if you go and look at our PowerPoint presentation, you'll notice the shape of the deposit, that's why we call it the Graal. It's like a V shape. And when you look at it and you look at the map, you'll notice it's like hundreds of meters thick, this deposit.
And where do the PGMs fit into this?
Well, we don't know. We hit a lot of platinum group elements. We didn't report them because we thought this doesn't make sense. But we had some crazy PGM numbers in our original drill program, but we never put them out, because we just thought it could be one of those one-hole wonders and kind of a little misleading. But they kept on showing up in a lot of the holes,
Well, that's certainly consistent with my experience with you as an entrepreneur and one of the best explorers in the country of Canada.
It's a team.
As a team, of course. So, Frank, for shareholders out there, what should they be looking forward to other than drilling? Is it drilling in 2025? Just expect drilling? You want drilling results?
Yeah.
You're going to give them drilling results, yes?
Yeah. Well, we're looking at all the other stuff, but the reality, primary focus, drill. Like I said, we drill, we talk, and we never stop.
Okay, and on top of that, copper, nickel, PGMs in Quebec. This is Coniagas Battery Metals. For more information, please go to their wonderful website listed below. Frank, thank you so much.
It was a pleasure, Tracy, really. Thank you very much.